Hello friends, welcome to a brand new series where we are going to create the very good project Hangman with ReactJS. So let's get started with this. Okay, so I think my screen is visible. Okay, so actually I'm just doing something, so I want to confirm that in OBS the my string is visible. So let's start it. I have already created a project with npx create react app hangman react. Then I have cd'd into that project. Okay, and then I have done npm start, and this is a default React project. I think most of the people who are starting here know how to do this. So if you are new here, please go to my channel and you can see the projects which are there. So I have all playlist also, so you can go to those playlists and see all those things. Means how to start with React. I have started from HTML, CSS, JavaScript, everything. So let's get started, and so we'll do some cleanup now first. So we don't need most of the things here, so let me delete all of these things. This we don't need, this we don't need, this we don't need. Import.css we don't, index.css also we don't know, app.css yeah we know want it, so let me delete it. So I have deleted it. Yeah, I've deleted it. So it is throwing error because yeah, there are some unnecessary imports, so let me remove those also. We don't need this, don't need this, save it. Okay, then also we'll get some error. Why? Because app.js is also having some default things. We want app.css, but we don't want these things. Actually we don't want any of them, just a fragment tag. So this is the new fragment in React. So this fragment is there, and then h1, let's say hello world. Let me see whether it is working. So the hot reload is not sort of working. Okay, so it is working fine. Okay, so the next thing which we are going to do is to create a component folder. So let me come here, components folder I have created. Then here file header.js. okay, header.js is done. Then rafce, so rafce I will do, so it will create this nice extension. So I have this nice extension as this. So with this the shortcuts are there. Okay, so rafce I have done, header is there, and let me put some basics thing. I like this fragment thing, so I generally do it a fragment. So the difference between fragment and div is the fragment means nothing. It is like a maybe like a span tag in HTML, means it will not, it is not a block level element. Okay, so it is very good. So it doesn't, why it is showing it here, so it doesn't mess up with your CSS. Hangman is there, and there will be a paragraph which will say guess the hidden word, enter a letter. Okay, and then we will have a figure component. So it will be figure.js. we'll have this rafce. Okay, and then inside this we will have the data to show a hangman. So how will we have that? So actually this project, this React project is made from a HTML, CSS, JavaScript project which was created by Brad Traversy. Okay, so Brad Traversy, as we know from Traversy Media, the famous guy. Okay, so this is his HTML, CSS. So I will take the figure from here. Okay, like this I will take, So this is svg file. As you know, svg files also create images. So let me come here, let me give it. Okay, so this type of comments doesn't work in React. So okay, see, the problem came. This is a HTML comment, not a React comment. React comments are like this. So we can do it very easily like this. I am pressing Control and backslash. Control and backslash. So it's a shortcut. Okay. Okay. And this should also come there. Okay, so this is done. Save it. So, and after that, another thing which I have told that it is from ReactJS project, and we're not going to sorry, concentrate much on the CSS. Okay, so this is app.css, and I am going here and saving it, and this is all his CSS. So nothing to, if you want you can go through it. Background color, display, flex, margin, some padding is there, and figure, and all these things we are soon going to have. So I have done this. Okay, so after that we'll show the header and the figure component in our app.js. So let me go back here. Index we don't need anymore. So here we are, and I want the header. Okay, enter. I'll do it will do an auto import header, and header is being shown, and then I will have a div dot game dash container. Okay, so this is emit I am using. So if so div dot game dot container, then I have pressed the tab and it will come. This is the shortcut. Okay, figure figure. Okay, the figure is done, and save it and see, this is done. Okay, so I think we have to see in this much. Okay, it's okay. Or else what we can do, we will code in this complete thing and we will see it in the another screen. So that will be much better, because it's a full means. I think Brad have not done your oh I know what's the problem. It's 150. Is it mobile responsive? Because I have not done the CSS. Okay, for now let's have this one. That was 150. I don't want it to be 150. It's okay. So after that, in the components folder we need some more components. So there is another cool way to create component. Either I can do a right click and do it from here. So I will show you another way to create. So it is control J for opening the integrated terminal. See, my project is already running, so generally most of the time if I want to do something, I do it from the integrated terminal, because I don't want to close the project, React project. So I want to create some components. I can do it manually also, and there is another way. I will do it from the command line, because you should all know command line. It's very important to know command line. src components, then touch command is a command in Linux. So this is all Linux we are using, means even I am using Windows operating system. This is the bit bash I am using, which gives a Linux type of interface. So all the Linux command works here. If you're using a Mac, you're already using a Linux. So wrong letters.js, word.js, pop-up.js, and notification.js. Okay, so I'm done. Control J again, and let me come back here. See, all of these are created in the correct folder. Okay, so next we will go to this wrong letters. Okay, let me do one thing, control B. See, let me not use it again and again. Control E, then wrong letters. Control E I am using, control P is also used sometime, and all the Mac users can replace control with command is the replacement. Okay, so I am also Mac user, but I not generally prefer Windows. You can go to my channel to find out why. Okay, then RAFCE, wrong letters, and then this one will have the class name of wrong letters container. Okay, and it will be have div hash wrong letter. So this is the shortcut for id. So div hash wrong letters have done, then I will press the as usual tab and it will be created wrong letter. Okay, it should be plural, not singular, because the classes are like that in div.css. Okay, wrong letters containers. Okay, save it, and then after that we'll create the word. So first we're creating the basic structure. Okay, word.js, RAFCE again, class name equal to word, id equal to word. Okay, and then now we'll create the popup.js. So again RAFCE, enter, and then after that here we will have the class name of pop up container, id will be pop up container, and then after that we'll have a div dot pop up. Okay, and h2 of hash final message, and h3 of hash final message reveal word, and button of hash play button, and here it will be play again. Okay, so the next thing which we are going to do is notification.js. So for me, control E, notification.js, then RAFCE. Okay, and then here class name equal to notification container. There will be a paragraph. It will be you have already. So if we will get this notification when a user have already entered this letter, because we don't want him to enter a letter twice, the same letter, either it is wrong or it is correct. You already entered this letter. Okay, save it. Now we'll go back to our app.js. Okay, so we need to include most of them. Wrong letters first will be here, word will be here, and let me keep notification as of now. We have some work in pop-up before, then I will keep it. Actually, word is not defined. Okay, word. Okay, everything is done. Okay, everything is done. Now is the time to introduce the use state hook, because now we will have the variable of words and selected words. Okay, so and different use state hooks, so we will learn about them. So first, for that, I don't know why this, now in the latest React, even the React is not required. React comma in the app.js they have made it like that, use state. So if you want to use state, you have to import it from completely this React. Okay, so this is done, and after that I'll have some words. So const words equal to, so you can add any number of words. I'm adding some of the words. So these are the words which will be taken there, taken in the Hangman game. So application comma programming comma interface comma wizard comma JavaScript comma design. Okay, these are there, and then let selected word. Okay, let selected word equal to words. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm going through this array and selecting only one single random word, which will be a string. math.flow and math.random into words.length. Okay, so it will give me a random string, any one of this word it will give. So I'm doing words.length, so I can increase this also anytime, means another 100 words also I can use, but it will give me any one of them. It will choose the random one. Okay, so after that I will have some states. So const playable comma set playable equal to use state of, so it will have a boolean, so it means the playable is initially true. Another two I will have, but this will be correct letters, and set correct letters, but this C should be capital, and it is not a boolean, it's a empty array. Okay, and the next one is, this one is wrong letter. So we are maintaining two arrays. One is for correct letters and one other is for wrong letters. Set wrong letters, and it will be again be an empty array. Okay, it is right. Then the first thing which we are going to do, write the logic for in words or words, this words.js to show the words. Okay, so let me also if we are going there, so let me pass something in the starting only, selected word equal to, so let me pass the props actually, equal to selected words and correct letters equal to correct letters. So selected word, the selected word whatever it is, and the correct letters I am passing. Okay, so then I will go to word.js, and here I'll first destructure both of them. Okay, it is not coming like this. Then let me copy it so that I don't misspell it. Selected word, comma, the second one will be correct letters. Okay, and what is there? So selected word, it will be a string like this, JavaScript or something. So if we do a so what we are doing here, let me write the code. Selected word dot split. So once I do the split on this, so it will make it like JavaScript. Everything will be a single thing, single letter, and it will be something like this. It will make, see, suppose it is Java, so it will make it like J will be there, then A will be there, like this. It will make it completely. Okay, so it will make it like that. Then our array is there, so we can map over it, and we will use both the letters. So anything, item also you can use. This is a random thing, and index also we need to work. So instead of letter, you can use anything which you like, because this is a temporary word anyways. So like this. Return, and it will return span dot letter. Okay, and we have taken the index for a reason, because we want to give the key to it, or else React gives a big fat warning. Okay, index, we will take the index because index will be unique and unique every time. So we have to give something unique in key, so we have given it. Okay, then correct letters dot includes letter. So the correct letters will come, it will be a single letter, it includes the letter is included in the correct letter. So each letter we are going, the selected word, each letter we are going and checking whether it is there in the correct letters, which will again be an array which we have not yet created. Letter, it will give a letter or a empty string. Okay, see, this is that. So this is all from the CSS. Actually right now we don't have any letter, so whenever there is an empty string, the CSS is like this. It will give this dash dash dash. Okay, so like this, it is there, letter. See, the border bottom we have given, so the border bottom is there. Okay, so it's like that. So what is done now, we have to move forward, and we will move to the wrong letter, to show the component to show the wrong letters. So let's go to the wrong letter. So wrong letters, before going there, let us pass the props. It is better to pass the props first. Wrong letters equal to wrong letters. Okay, we are passing it right. Okay, and then we'll go here, wrong letters, and here, let me copy it again. Okay, wrong letters, and wrong letters container is there, this div is there. I don't want any ID on this div, but I want this div for styling purpose. So wrong letters dot length is greater than 0, then show the word wrong. Okay, length is greater than 0, then show the word wrong, and then wrong letters dot map letter comma I index I'm using, and let me do it here only, but it is just a one liner. Span key equal to I, and what I'm going to show the wrong letter is this, okay, type of string, and then letter, there will be space and then the comma. Template string I'm showing inside a template string. Okay, so the letter I'm showing. Okay, now the main thing we are going to do is to come back to app.js and use a event listener. See, right now nothing is happening, so we want an event listener in which what will happen, whenever we type anything in the key, some keys we type like A, B, C, D, anything, any key we type, mainly the alphabets, so mainly not only the alphabets, then we will fire some event. So when we want to have some event, so what we need the use effect hook. Okay, then after that, let go back here, and here we'll create it. Use effect. Okay, so it gave me these things. This is skeleton it gave me. Maybe I need the cleanup later on. So cleanup is a very good thing which the use effect gives us. Okay, so yeah, let's create a listener first. So window dot add event listener. The listener will be key down, so every time we press a key it will happen, and handle key down. This is just a function which we are soon going to create. Okay, so this is the event listener. So if you are creating the event listener, we will create the remove event listener also, so it is better to create it right now. So again a single statement, so I don't want this. Okay, so this won't be add event listener, this will be remove event listener. So this is a great thing in React hooks, that in use effect, that we don't need the component did unmount. So this whenever the component will unmount, this code will run and it will do it. If you want to learn more about this thing, I have a very good series on React hooks, you can go through it. Okay, and I explain this also, use effect in very much detail, all the ways of the use effect I have explained there. Okay, so let me do this, and then now it's time to create the function handle key down, and as with most of this type of function, we will get an event, and I want to make it an arrow function because that is what we make. And I am doing array this object destructuring here, key comma key code equal to event. So if playable, okay, if playable should go to the next line, not here. If play able. So this state variable, we have to see this because we will soon have the logic for that. If it is playable, then only we need to do that. So because we are going to soon show a pop-up key code is greater than equal to 65. So this is 65. This is ASCII key for alphabet, like it start from 65, and key code less than equal to 90. So again, this is the ending of the ASCII key. Okay, so now it is there, and then const letter equal to key dot to lower case. So to lower case. So this is a very this is a common pattern in programming. Means when you want to compare something, what you do, you make everything as a lower case or a upper case, so that the comparison is okay. So whatever key we are entering, we are making it as a lower case, because see, this is all lower case. Whatever it is stored, this is all lower case. So if you make it a upper case, then do it a to upper case. Okay, so now we have done it. Then inside this only, if selected word, so selected word is the one thing, dot includes letter. So what is this letter? Letter is the thing which the user just pressed. So we are doing this key, this is equal to key equal to event dot key. So this is the thing which events give us. Okay, so then after that, if not of correct letters dot includes letter. So if in correct letters we don't have this letter, correct letters we don't have these letters, then what we will do, set correct letters. So see, this is included in the letter is included in the selected word, but it is not in the array correct letters word. Initially it will be empty array, so nothing will be there. Okay, but we will going to populate it. So then what we are going to do, we can take out the parameter. This is another way to use set anything, set in use state hook. So then dot comma letter. So the current one, whatever is the current thing, so the first time it will be empty, but the next time it will have something, so that it will take destructure it with the spread operator and add the letter to it. So this is the way it is done. And then there will be a else part, and this will be a to do for us now, and this will be show notification for duplicate key press. So if the user enters the same letter again, suppose that when you will enter A, then both of the A will be populated, but again he enters A, then we will show notification. Okay, so this is done if selected words dot includes letter. Okay, then the next part is the wrong letters, so we have to populate the wrong letters also if he enters the wrong letter. Okay, and then else is there if not of wrong letters dot includes letter, set wrong letters is cur dot cur. Same logic will be there. If enters the wrong letter, we will include it in the our set wrong letter, and the same thing is there. He should not enter if suppose as usual my application word is there, so I enter X, Okay, so it will go to the wrong letter first time because it is an empty array. I again press X, it should give me a notification. Which notification? Same notification. Else this notification it should give me. So let me write it down. Okay, so the use effect is done, but something is remaining. So I wanted to change. Initially, if I give it like this, what will happen? Empty array. It will only fire once. It will do like component did mount, but I want it like component did update. So what are the parameters on which it should change? It will change in correct letters, comma wrong letters, comma playable. Okay, playable. These three it should change, and then let us refresh it. Let me make it a bit big. If everything is right, it will work. INT. Let me see what is it. I also don't know. Actually, it is design. Okay, DEKL. See, I am pressing L twice, but it's not allowing me to enter it. So it is working as so actually most of it, our code is done, but the main logics are remaining because we should have those pop-ups and we are making a complete game here, complete. So the hangman, as you might know, hangman, what is hangman? If you press a wrong word, the hangman body appears, and he have got many body parts. So head is different, head will appear, then one hand will appear, then one body will appear, then the legs will appear, and it's over. So you'll mainly get 6 chances. So there's 6 body parts. So let us go to figure.js now. Okay, before going to figure.js, in figure.js, what we need in figure.js the wrong letters only. Okay, so let me go over here, and wrong letters are there. Okay, and then copy it, let me make this small, wrong letters, and I will make a const errors equal to wrong letters dot, because it will be array, so we only want it length, nothing else. So this part is the rod, this part svg, showing to svg, this is the rod which is coming, and these are all not coming. Okay, so we need to do one more thing. This class figure, we are not using it actually. Let me replace it because we are not using it anyway, so it will unnecessarily create a problem, because if there will be something in the CSS, actually there is something in the CSS for this, that's why it is not showing actually. So but we are doing it the React way. So what is the React way? Means if the errors, why this had done this thing like that, wrong letters dot gth, I will not press the enter now. Okay, wrong letter dot wrong letters dot length. Okay, now it is okay. So head will be shown when error is greater than 0. Head will be shown, and it will be completed here. Then you might have guessed the body will be shown when it is greater than 1, and the head will also be shown, it will be there, and then the arms are there. So this is 2, and this is 3, This is legs. First leg will be shown at 4 and greater than 4, and the next one will be shown as greater than 5. Actually we are only allowing 6 times. Okay, so this is done, and let me save it. Error is not defined. Why error is not defined? Because we have mentioned it as errors, not error. So let me quickly, or why it is doing like this. Okay, let me make it error only. Anyways, it is a variable. Okay, error, it is error. Okay, now let me see that whether it is working or not. Q, it is working. W, E, R, T, Y, U. So it is working perfectly. It was interface or some other word, I think. So now what we are going to do, we will work on the notifications. So if the user entered a thing multiple times, so we have a to do here, so we will do this to do. Now if he entered it multiple times, so we'll do that. So for that, let us first make a helper function. Okay, so it will contain 2 functions. So right now I will have the first function. So helper functions are generally used in programming to write some small function which can be used at multiple places. Okay, so here I will create helpers.js. okay, and it is not a React component. First thing, it will export just a function notification pop up, and it will be a very good thing which you'll soon see. Setter, don't be, setter is there, setter. So where we are writing this setter, will actually send set state type of type of thing. Okay, set true, set timeout is setter is false, and this one will be 2000 millisecond or 2 seconds. Okay, now it's time to go back to the app.js here, and here we will use this notification. Okay, so for that, here, what is the name of the function? The name of the function is notification pop-up. I want this to have set show. Where is my set show? Oh, I need another piece of state actually, and that will be show notifications. So notification set show notification, it is false. Okay, it is false. Show notification and set show notification. And now what we are going to do, come here and pass the set show notification, and so we are passing it to see what is happening. We're passing it and we are making it true here. So initially it is false, we have passed it. So this is a way to do it. We are passing a function and making it false there. Okay, false, true, whatever it is there. First we are making it true, then after 2 seconds we are making it false, and then did I imported it? No, I didn't import it. So one cool way to import it is take the cursor here, then control and spacebar, and it will show me this, then enter, and it is done. Okay, so this is done here, and then we have to pass this here. Okay, so show notification equal to show notification so now my OBS is started. So now we will go to the whether it is working or not. Okay, it's working, I think. Yeah, so now we will work on the notifications. So here show, let me copy it from here, it's better to not misspelled it. So show notifications like this, and now we'll again use the template strings. So let me remove it. Okay, I don't want this. Okay, I was trying something, it doesn't work like that. Okay, so what we can do, we can select all of this and then just press the tab, so press the tilde which is below the escape. Okay, and this is how template strings are done. And notification container, so is there. Okay, another thing is that it should be wrapped in a curly bracket, so it should be wrapped in a curly bracket like this. Okay, now it is okay. And now dollar, if the show notification props has been passed, then what we are going to do, there is a show class in our CSS, so we need to show that, or so we are not showing that, we're adding it that. So notification container will always be there, and if show notification is there, and show class will also get added. Okay, so let me save it now, and now we will go back and we'll see whether our notification is working or not. I think something happened here. Okay, let me have it a bit big now, and the show class app.css, control F, show. So this show notification is like this. Okay, it will have a in notification dot show, and it will have this below. Okay, so this all notification container is there. So even the complete notification container will be shown at that time. You already entered this letter. Whenever this show class will add, by default we are hiding it by bottom minus 50px, and it will be a plus 50px. So you're right, it is coming from here. Okay, so let me refresh it. Sometimes this auto reload doesn't works well, so let me refresh it. And I don't know which word it is. So see, I is only once, so let me press I again. Okay, something is not firing here. Okay, let me go back. Which word start with the I? Do I have something big like this? T-E-R. Let me press R again. Okay, so it is not showing. Okay, Q, it is not showing actually, so something is wrong. So let me figure out what is wrong here. So actually I figured out the issue. What was the issue? So see, what is there? See, I made a mistake here. So everything should be, see, before this, what it was like outside. So it is not outside. Whenever this is done, we have to show this. So I have to do a control X, and this have to be inside actually. Okay, so then only it will be shown, means the ternary operator we are showing it, and then we are going. So let me save it, and let me refresh once. Okay, and now I is there. So I will press I again, and see this pop-up, it is coming from down. For 2 seconds it is coming and then going back, because we are setting it back to false here in the helper. So this is there. Then let me do a wrong word. Okay, not there, here. Q is the wrong. Let me press again Q, and see, again Q I am doing, and it is doing. So this is what it is. It means our notification is working correctly. Now we will add the logic to show different messages whether we won or we lost. So for that we'll do the pop-up. Okay, so even I don't have the pop-up here, so let me include it first. Pop up, and there. So it will contain a lot of things like correct letters, selected words. Yeah, correct letters and selected words. Let me copy this from there. So we will be passing correct letters, selected words, and why this is okay. Correct letters, selected word is right or wrong. Okay, maybe it is right, it is okay. And then we will pass the wrong letters also. So as I told, we'll pass a lot of things. Wrong letters also we are passing, and the next thing which we are passing, which are not yet passing, is the set playable thing. Okay, set, we already have that. Set playable equal to set playable. So we already have this at the top. But yeah, so it is initially true. Okay, so that's why, and we are checking this also here. Initially it's true, that's why we are able to play it once. Okay, so let me save it. Okay, and then before moving forward, we need actually another function here, in the helper. Okay, so let's make that function first. It is export function check win function we have, and we correct. So we are going to use it from your pop.js. Correct, wrong, and word. Okay, and let status equal to when. So when status is there first, and then we will check for when word dot split. So this word, whichever it is coming, we are splitting it and making it as an array because it's a string. Then for each letter if not of correct dot includes letter. If it doesn't include a letter, then status equal to empty, nothing is there. If doesn't include, by default the status is win. So if this goes, then the status will be nothing. So this will be done for everyone. If it doesn't include the correct thing, then correct is the complete. We will soon get it, then we'll understand more. So it will make the status as nothing, and then check for loss checking is very easy. If wrong dot gth wrong dot length is triple equal to 6, because as I have told earlier, they this hangman have 6 parts, so we'll give only 6 chances. If it is triple equal to 6, then status equal to lose, and what we are doing, we are returning the status, which is just a string. Okay, so this is done, I think. Yeah, so now we will go back to our popup.js and add a lot of code in there. Okay, so we are here, and the first thing which we are going to do is, okay, we will destructure everything which we will receive now. So selected word, comma, correct letters, comma, wrong letters, comma, set playable, which is a function actually, so set playable is also there, and then let final message equal to this, let final message reveal word equal to also an empty string. First, let playable equal to true first. Okay, so now we'll use that our function, helper function. If check when, so I have imported it. Check when we are passing the, see, this is the main thing. Check when we are passing the correct letters, wrong letters, so it should be in order, correct letters and the wrong letters, and set selected word. Selected word we are passing, correct letters we are passing, and wrong letters we are passing, so both of them are array. Okay, triple equal to when. Okay, then final message equal to congratulations, you won. Okay, the final message is there, and then the playable equal to false will do same thing, like else if condition will be there. So this we are equating to when, means anyway we are passing it. If it is when, then only we are showing this message, and we are passing the correct letters, the wrong letters, and the selected word which is where it is there. So selected word, correct letters, and the wrong letters we are passing every time. We are passing it every time actually. So every time we are passing it, every time the user presses something, see, every time the user presses something, this all runs. So popup will also run. Okay, so but every time this status is, first it will set to win, but when it will come here, it will find it is not there, because word dot is split, what is this word? What is selected word? So selected word that is split, it will do for each. If it doesn't include the letter correct, then we are doing this correct dot includes doesn't include the status, will make it at like this. So check for win, we don't have to loop through it, and this, and is anyway for the win situation, this should not be correct, and the status should not be set as empty. So this will not work, not include, so this will not work. So the status will be set to win only, and anyways this will not run because it is wrong is not equal to 6, so the status will return as win. So the next thing is there, so check for win. Let me do this, else if. It's the same thing we are doing here, but here it will be lose, and then like this. Okay, let me copy this first. Okay, unfortunately you lost. Okay, final message is this. Again the play value will be false, but we will have another thing. We want to show the user what was the word, which it was actually the word, so which he was not able to guess, he or she. The word was, and we will just show the selected word, so because that is the correct word. Okay, selected word. And then after that, here we will come and we will use the use effect. Okay, we don't want anything, just we want to run it. Retime. So set playable is playable. Okay, so what we are doing, see this set playable we were passing, it is actually a function, so we are passing this playable. This is a local variable, this is not that other variable, this is a local variable, so this we will pass every time. So we will pass it as true or false, something like that, and this should not be there, and it should be like this. Okay, so like this we are going to pass it. And then one more thing is remaining, actually here this ID we don't need it, this ID actually, but how we will show the pop-up. So whole of the pop-up use effect is not imported, let me import it. Okay, okay, style I'm going to do anyway. So final message is not equal to empty string. So final message first is the empty string, so this will only run if it is, any of them is true. Okay, so final message is not equal to empty string, then display flex or this is like this, save it, and display flex will have, because this pop-up container have some app.css. see this pop-up container also have this, all these things, so like this. So we'll show it anyways, means if it is not there anyways, we are not showing it completely because we are making it like this, so nothing will be shown, this pop container will not be shown. So this is the moment of truth if it is working. But before it is working, we will complete our code, because right now it will, we will not be able to play it again and the pop-up will come. So for that, what we need to do, we will have this play again. Okay, this play again will be there, and then we have a button here inside this button. So anyways, we don't need this ID, so on click equal to play again. So on click equal to play again, we have done. So actually this is a function, this is known as a callback function, so this will be passed from the parent. So let us go back, let me say, okay, let me not save it, or it will give error. So first thing, first this pop-up, this will be play again equal to play again. Okay, and now we have to make it. So yeah, here it is, function play again, set playable. So set playable true. We are doing it here also. Set playable is true, because that is very important for it to be playable like this. And then we will also empty the string. All this string we will empty. So set correct letters, all those strings we have to empty it again. Set wrong letters, this also we have to empty. And then we have to do a const random equal to math.flow. Okay, and math.random into words dot. So we are again having this random thing. So words dot length, again this same, and because we want a different word, not the same word again, so for that we are doing this. And now we will set this selected word equal to words, and we'll pass this random variable. So words, and this random variable, it will be anything, any array number, 0 1 2 3, whatever is the length of it is. Okay, so math.flow. Okay, am I right? So save it, and now it is the final moment of truth, if it is working or not. Let me save it, and let me first know what is the word. I don't know even. And let me pass n again. Okay, you have entered this letter already. W 3 times. R is there. T. It is JavaScript, I am knowing that. What is not there in JavaScript? Y is not there, and U is not there. Yeah, play again. Okay, something is not happening again, and I have to check it again. Okay, so I figured out what was wrong, because I didn't complete our code. See, final reveal word, this h2 and h3 are for that only, and we don't need this id, because this was the JavaScript thing. So I just figured it out that this needed to be completed, and we'll have like this, and here we'll show the final message, and here we will show the final reveal word in the case we lose it. So let me save it again, hoping, crossing my finger, this time it is right. And I again don't know what is the word, so let's me go here. I is coming. D. It's okay. And the moment of truth, it is right. You lost. The word is application. Let me play again. Oh, it is now going and setting something. A P Okay, that is also working. CA, what is it? Okay, let me do it right now. It is interface I got from my code actually. Congratulations, you won. Play again, and it is working fine. So this completes our project Hangman. Hope you liked it, and I will see you soon with another project. Thank you.
That's 8:30, and today is off day from that your JavaScript beginners to advanced series, and today I generally keep the evening free, so I'm doing this small project with React.js fundamentals because I've not done React.js videos in a lot of time. Is the Redux one was the last one, so this it is a React.js fundamentals which we are going to learn. Means there are a lot of them in my channel for React.js, but this is something a different approach I'm taking. I'm taking an approach in which we are going to learn React.js fundamentals with creating a project. Okay, by creating a project we are going to do. Okay, so let us do that. And enough of seeing me. Let me show my screen. 1 sec. Share screen. Okay. Okay, so okay, hope you're able to see my screen. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to start from the start. It's actually so we just for a React.js project we just have to have Node.js installed, Node.js and npm install. I'm not going to tell about that. You can find out more about that. And node minus v, I think it is giving anything, it is sufficient. More than 12 it is more than enough. And npm minus v also should be there. And as you might be seeing, I am using a Windows system, so it doesn't matter. Means it is not like it will run on Mac and all only. And then you have to create a new React app with a create. There is something known as create React app, so we'll do through that. Okay, let me run the command, then I will explain more about it. Npx, because it takes some time. Npx create React app contact app I'm going to do, and it will take 5 to 10 minutes. So how did I came to this? Let me go to the Chrome. Okay, go a bit down. Create React app. So see, this is there. Create app. And this is how this is create React app given to Facebook, because Facebook only created React. Okay, so they are also telling that nowadays you have to do it with, and where is it? Okay, you have to do it with npx create React app and my app, and you should have npm install. Okay, earlier the way was different. It was with npm install minus g. You have to install something globally, and then you have to create a React app with this command. Okay, so that thing have changed, completely changed. Now you cannot do it like this. You have to do it with npx only, and for npx it have to be npm 5.2 and higher. I already have 6.1, so you have to do it like this only. This is the only way to do that. Earlier there were two ways, now they have changed to only one way. Npx, only npx you have to do. So this is how we have to do. So okay, so this is done, and let me see whether it is done. As I told, it takes a lot of time. Okay, so I should have done it earlier, but it takes around means I'm streaming also, so it will be a bit more slower. So it takes 5 to 10, it will take around 2 to 3 minutes more. Okay, so okay, so it is going on. Live streaming, I cannot fast forward also. This is live streaming, this is not some recording, this is live streaming, so I cannot also fast forward. Let it run. Okay, oh, it is done. Okay, it is done, it is done. So now what I have to do, so they're giving me the command, so I have to do a cd contact app then npm start. Okay, so I will add one more thing, contact app, but I will open it with VS Code also. So VS Code is installed in my path. Okay, so I will open it with like this, with VS Code. So you can check it out how to install VS Code on the path so that this command works. And yeah, when we start with React command line, a bit of command line thing you have to know. There is no other way. Okay, whether you're using a Windows or whether using a Mac, whether you're using a Linux, it doesn't matter. Command line you have to learn when you're doing React. So in my projects I tell that in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, although command line is that much not required, but in React, Node.js, all those things, command line is very much required. Okay, so this is all of it. And now they have told npm start. So I'll do npm start, and let me give it here. Npm start will starts in the localhost 3000. Okay, so it is telling that localhost 3000 it will start, and it will show the React logo. And these are all the things which is shows by default. Okay, so let me give a brief thing about React. How does React start? Because as I've told, it's a project, but we are going to learn a bit of also. If you want to learn in detail React, I have complete series on React. Okay, and on the top of it, next week, from next week is a React week from Monday to Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's a React week from React to Redux, so you should go through it. Okay, and so I will tell a bit only. If you want to learn, that will be live stream, the regular live streaming from 8:30 to 9:30, and that will be certification course also here, same on the YouTube channel, so you can learn about it later on React. So I will explain, but not that much, because it will take time, because we are following a project based approach to learn here, and that is not a project based approach, that is just learning React first, then. So this is a project based approach. Anyways, let me tell something about React. It is starting with this index.js. You're seeing this div get element by id root is there. Okay, root. Let me increase the font size a bit. So I have increased the font size a bit so that it is viewable on mobile view or mobile screens also. Okay, so this get element by id root, this is very much JavaScript kind of a thing. Get element by id we are doing, but where is this document? So this document is this index.html. So see, in this index.html, what happens, this all things are there. So this index.html is the file which will be shown on the client browser. Okay, client browser, it will be shown this index.html. Okay, so then there is a div with id of root is there. Okay, div with id of root is there. So this is the main thing. Our whole of React app is rendered here only. Div with the ID of root, nothing else. So whole React app will be rendered here only. This all things is a bit of thing. But the whole React app, there is the ID of root with div is there. So that's why we're using get element by ID. So this is something internal React thing. But then also I will explain it. React render. So this is still, what does it mean? It means render the app in the root, get element by id root, and render the app. And this app is the main thing. This app is starting from here, and this is what we are seeing here. All this thing is there, and all these things, this is the thing which is been shown. And when we start with React, we generally remove a lot of things, so these all things are there, but now we are going to remove it. Setup, this we don't need. Report vitals, logo we don't need, index and app test we don't need. So what I'm going to do, right click and delete it, move to recycle bin, it is done. And now if I go here, I will get a lot of errors here. Okay, so this is live hot reloading, so I will get a lot of errors. So how to fix it? Okay, we'll fix it, but first yeah, so let us fix it only first. Okay, so here what is happening, I have removed the index.css also. So index.css I will remove, report vital I will remove, and save it. And then let me do one more thing. App.js I will go, and header h1 hello. I'll do. Let me remove this also. Save it. Now I'm coming. Sometimes you have to refresh also. So hello is showing. Okay. Some of the CSS from app.css has also been taken. We are going to remove that. Okay. So now the main thing is that we are going to create our components. Okay. So next I'll say I'm going and here component. So generally it is a sort of industry standard that we are creating a components folder. Okay, components folder is there, then add contact.js I'm doing, contact card.js. So some components are creating, so let me create that and then we will so this is how in React everything is component, everything is divided into component. So from app we will call this component. Okay, contact card at contact list dot js header dot js and in the src I will have a actually I have a images folder also. So this images folder is also there. Okay, so we will have a small image here, nothing much. Okay, so main thing is there we are going to use a library. We are not going to see that much into css right now, so we are going to use a library known as semantic UI. So it is like Bootstrap, so but different than Bootstrap. And in React, what happens if you want to use something, you have to go to this index.html and you have to use it here. Okay, and how we have to use it? Come here and index.html, and this you can get from the CDN also. So there are too many things which are here. All these things, all this comment we really don't require. Remove it and let me remove this also. So this is just a link tag. Okay, so link for this style sheet. Okay, save it and it will be saved. Okay, if you go back, see the font have changed. Font was not like this, so font have changed. So this means the semantic UI is installed successfully. So this is how generally in React we use external library. Bootstrap is also been used mostly like this. We have to add it in the index.html. As I've always told that index.html is the main file. So it is the main file through which everything is been rendered, because this div of id of root is there. Okay, so this is there, and then the first we're going to create is a header component. Oh, okay, even before that let me come back here and we'll change some things here. UI container, so we are using semantic UI thing. Okay, UI container we are using. Then let me have a header here. Okay, so okay, wait a sec, and header here, and we'll have after this header add contact here and contact list here, contact list here, add contact and contact list here. Okay, so after that I'm going to go to the header.js and I'll create something known as a functional component. This is also a functional component, so you can give the function thing also, and you can give use arrow function also. And if you want to know more about it, next week my ReactJS whole week intense bootcamp sort of a YouTube videos are there for one whole week. Okay, so So I'll do this. Okay, so this is another way to create a thing. Okay, RFC, what was that I just did? This was a shortcut. There is an extension. I could have written this whole code, so that gives us the skeleton code. So this ES6 React graphical is there. So this is a extension which I have installed, through which you can give all these shortcuts, RFC and all these things you can give, and it will give this all skeleton. So this is what is known as skeleton code. So all of the skeleton is been done, and then the header skeleton has been done, and then this header component I'll show in the app.js. Okay, so I can also, okay, it is not coming like this, but one more thing you have to do, you have to import it also. So I'll do import header from components header, and what happened? Okay, this also let me import it. So these two also I have done, header at contact and contact list. This all I have done. So let me go to the header.js. Okay, so header.js, let me have something like a class name equal to UI fixed menu, and div UI container, and it will be center, and h2 contact manager. Save. Now we will I think it will give me some error because these two are not there yet. If I do like this, see, this contact manager is looking perfect. Because why it is looking perfect? Because we have this semantic UI. Okay, semantic UI we have. Now the thing is that we are going to make another component, which is add contact. We are going to make the add contact. So here, so see, this is a functional component. We have something known as class-based component also, and class-based components are not dead. We can use it also. We can mix and match also. So that is what I'm going to do it here, because earlier hooks-based component, functional component were always there, but the state was introduced in hook-based component in around 2019. But class-based component is from the starting, and it is all backward compatible. That you will going to see. I'm using a functional component also. I'm using a class-based component also. Okay, so here also there is a shortcut is there, RCC, and it will give me something. So, but we always do export. So the concepts I'm not explaining in that much detail, as I've told earlier. For that, you should attend next week bootcamp. After JavaScript, it is React week. As I've always told, this is a 3-week intensive bootcamp which I'm taking. This was done previous week. This week is JavaScript. Tomorrow again, class number 3 is there. Next week is React. Okay, Dave. Now, class name equal to UI main. So UI main, I will have a class. Okay. h2 add contact, and then we are going to have a form inside it. Okay, form class name is UI form. On submit will do, but not right now. Class name will be UI form. So again, just like the HTML thing, we have a form. Okay, I have a form. Okay, like this, and then I will have a div of class name equal to field, and label is name, input type text, name is name and placeholder is name. Okay, like this I'm going to have. Okay, and let me repeat this thing. And type is text is okay, name is email, and placeholder let it be email, nothing much. And after this div we have a button also. So button also semantic UI we're using, so you can use that button. On class name is not let me do it blue, and let me do it add button, save it. And the add contact has been done. So let me do one thing, save it, go back, see this add contact has been shown like this. Okay, name, this is not name, close it, this is email, and it is looking perfect. So with and little or no styling which we have given. So now it's time for the contact list. So what will happen whenever we add something here, it will add it to here in the contact list. Okay, so let's go ahead and now what I'm going to make, we are going to make the contact list.js, and this time again we are going to have a function component because we are done with the class-based components. So whenever you do something new, you should always use a hook-based function component. Nowadays class-based component should not use that much, although I've shown it. This is the modern way to go. Okay, so then after that, class name equal to UICELLED list contact list, save it, go back, contact list, why it is not coming? Oh, one thing more is there, it is not coming because of a reason. We have some of the CSS. So although we are using semantic UI, it is not a main thing. But the thing is that even though we are using semantic UI, we have done some custom styling also. So let me put them quickly, because of that, it or else everything will not be shown here. So we don't want this. We want a whatever we put in app.css, it is global. So a lot of things we are still doing with the normal CSS. The main class we have given, which is a margin top of 5 RAM 5 EM. So this, where is the main class? So this main class we are giving this, like, not that much stuff, justify content, some width and all those things we have given. Save it, come back here, see, now it is looking much more better. I don't know why it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and contact list I will do. Okay, okay, now this contact we will pass it to the, okay, I'm I just commented out, that's why it is not coming. So contact list, oh, it has been shown like this. So in this contact list we are going to pass the contact data for now on from here. Later on we are going to take it from the add contact, and at the end we are going to take it from the add contact, but we are going to use local storage also. So local storage also we are going to use. Okay, so what I'm going to do, first this const contacts equal to and like this. Can you do it in one line only? ID is 1, comma, name is John Doe, the famous name. Email is john at gmail.com. Okay. Karen at gmail.com. Okay, so these two we have taken. Okay, name and email, and now we are going to pass this as a props. So props are a way to pass data. Okay, contacts equal to contacts. Props are a way to pass the data. Contacts equal to contact. I'm doing, so what I'm doing, this props is also name is contact. I can name it differently, and I'm passing this contact is a prop name. This contacts is this array, which is generally we do it like this only. Okay, same thing we can put different name also. It is not mandatory to have this to have the name same name. So this is like this. Save it. Now in the contact list, I'll go, and here I'll do props. So I will receive it as a props. Okay, I will receive it as a props, and then I can show it here. Instead of doing it here, I can show it here. So this props dot contact, so props dot contact is the name, is in the map I'm going to do. And I will, so map we are using, so map you should know from ES6 map, you should know. Okay, so that is something which I presume you will know. And key is okay, key is contact.id. See, this is an array of objects. So when it will go inside, each one have an id also, which I'm keeping at unique. And this key thing is very much required in React, or else it gives us a big warning. So I don't want that big warning, and so for optimization you require it. Okay, more about it again will be told in the upcoming ReactJS 1 week long bootstrap method instance YouTube live session. Long thing I told. Okay, so div I will do, and then I will have a div of class name of content, and I will have a header with the contact.name, and a div of contact. I will not have it like this, so I get a lot of auto suggestions. Okay, so div with contact of email, contact.email I will have, and then I will have this div is ending. So div is ending. Okay, div is ending, and the content contact.name and contact.email, and I will have a icon also, icon of, this is from semantic UI itself. I'm getting this class name, it is not a file icon. So class name equal to trash alternate and outline icon. Save it. And so if I go here, oh, it's giving me error because I have not completed it actually. So this will end like this, and then this, see, this color brackets is also a nice thing, because I get this color brackets also. I have an extension for this. Okay, color bracket something. So let me show that. What extension is it? Bracket pair colorizer. This is a good thing. So all brackets are different colored. Okay, so that's it. So this one is ending here and this one is ending. So me save it, come back, and see, I'm getting everything correctly. Okay, all those things are showing correctly. So since the code is repeating, this code is repeating, and generally this is how we do, we move this code to a different the thing, and for that only we have that contact card. Okay, contact card is for that only. So I'll go to contact card, and then RAFCE I'll do, and here also I'll pass this props, and then I can destructure the props also with ES6 const name comma email equal to props dot contact, and then what I'm going to do, this item is there actually, this not going to have it here. Okay, let me first copy this. Okay, so this whole thing I'm going to copy, and this whole thing I'm going to paste it here. Paste it here. It is not formatted well. Format selection. Okay, so that is all about. See, as I've told, this thing will not come anymore here, so I'll do this content header, and now it is name. This name props dot contact is not cname. Props dot contact is name, and this is email. I can use, and I can do one more thing here. I can use something known as internal styling. Style equal to color is right. So this is inline styling, not internal styling. This is inline styling. Also, we can do in React. Okay, save it. And now I have to also send it to through props. Okay, that I have not done yet. So let me go back here, and here I don't want this bracket anymore because I don't have multiple statement right now. I'll have only one statement, which is contact card. Contact card is also imported. Let me self close it, and let me pass a props to it, which is the contact equal to contact. And I know one more thing. You should pass a key also here. Key is contact.id. Okay, so or else it gives warning. Okay, as I have told. So this is done. Now if I go back, everything will be like this. Let me refresh also to be sure, and yeah, it is like that. Now now what we are going to do, we are going to add show a image. Actually show a image, as I have told, a small user image. So let me reveal in File Explorer. Let me do so images, and I'll copy it from earlier project, and I have copied it. So if you see image, the image is nothing but this png type of thing, which has this round thing. So this is a png image. Okay, so now contact card only I will come, and contact card, for each one of them, one of them I'm going to see the show the same image also only. That's why I'm doing it in contact, or else I have to pass it through the app and all the props and all those things. Okay, so let me do that. Import user from images user.png, and then item image class name equal to UI avatar image. So these are all again your semantic UI. Okay, user and alt equal to user, alt equal to user. It's been done. Okay, then I will move it a bit on the top also. So for that, what I'm going to do, margin top. So see, we are using camel case here, and this is also important to have it in the code. 7px. I'll do save it, and see, it is moved a bit top. Okay, and another thing is there, that this nice image is also coming here. Now it is looking very good. Okay, nice image is also coming now. Now we'll add the logic to enter name and email from add contact. So this is, we have a form here, and we are going to do that. And to adding something in a means class based component, or we need a state. So we are going to have a state here, and again more of it I'm going to tell in my ReactJS upcoming full week ReactJS intensive bootcamp. Okay, which will live on YouTube only. And okay, so we are going to do a state here. So first thing is that we need a constructor. So there is another shortcut for it, although you'll see in some code constructor is not required, but I generally do constructor here. And one will be name and the other will be email. So these two will be there in the constructor. Super props we are doing because it extends from React, so super props is must. And then this dot state, so this is known as state, which state object which has got a name and an email. Okay, so then, and React, it's a bit different and a bit difficult to do this thing, form things, giving values to a form. And they are also known as, I think, control component. Yeah, control component, they're known as control component. Okay, so let us do that. Okay, email is there, then name. Actually, this name thing, I don't know why I have taken it. This name thing we don't require in React. We don't need this name thing, but the main thing is value. Actually, there is something known as a value, which is very important in React. So I'll go here, I'll do a value equal to this dot state dot name. And similarly, let me remove from here also, and value equal to this dot state dot email, and this is there. And then we have to use a on change is also there. On change is something which is also very much required in React. Okay, on change equal to e this dot set state, name is e dot target dot value, and this will close here. And similarly, on change e dot target dot value. Okay, e dot target dot value is required because that is something like e. So this is how we have to do with the set state. And again, I'm going to tell more about this in the upcoming bootcamp, set state, and we'll have a detailed session on this e dot, how to do this set state and all. So set state, generally it is required to change the state. We cannot directly change the state, we need a set state to do that. But this is done. Save it, go back, no error is there, and we are able to type also here, anything able to type. Okay, so now what we are going to do in the form, I'm going to have and on submit equal to this dot handle submit is okay, handle submit is a good name. Handle submit equal to e, and e dot prevent default is a must. Without it, it is very difficult to work in a React project, and it generally refreshes it. E dot prevent default, if it is not there, it generally refreshes the browser. We take away everything. Okay, and then if this dot state dot name equal to this empty array, empty string, not empty array, empty string. And this is state dot email is this means if the user have not entered everything. So I will alert, please fill all the fields, or else is okay. Now also I will do a return here because I don't want it to go further, and I'll do a return here. And then here I will do a CLG of this dot state. Please save it. Okay, let's come back here, inspect console, add, and it will add it like this. As the object, it is added name and email, so it is working fine. Okay, so now we are going to go back to our in the add contact, where is the add contact. Okay, so from the add contact, we are going to pass the data back. Actually, if you can see in the app.js, we are this is sort of a central thing from where we have a contact, and contact is passing to the contact list. So you can think of like this app have got everything. So what we have to do, we have to pass something from the contact to the contact list. Actually, we cannot pass it directly. If you want to pass context API or Redux and all those things, you have to work. So here what am I going to pass? Something from the add contact to the app I will pass, and from the app I will change it to the contact list, and it will go to the contact card. Okay, so for that I have to pass a data in the opposite direction, from a children to a parent, from a children to a parent, if I am passing some data. So what does that mean? That means that we have to use a different strategy. And okay, and this also I tell in detail in my again upcoming bootcamp. I will tell in detail. So this dot props dot add so this dot props dot add contact handler, and add contact handler is there, and I will pass the whole thing, not separately this dot state. I'll pass the whole thing. I can do it later, manipulation later on I can do. These are props, so I'm using the props, but I have not created the complete code. I'll create the complete code soon. And one more thing is that I will have to do a this dot set state of name and email. I will make it as empty. Why will make it as empty? So when we what happened when we add something here and click on the add button, it remains there. I don't want it to be remaining there, it should be empty. So like this I'll do, save it, and then the app.js I'll go, and here, so because from here I'll pass into the app. So this, let me come in here, this props will be called add contact, and we should have created it in the app first. It's okay, add contact handler. And when this add contact handler will be done, then there will be something known as the add contact handler. So let us name it the same thing, add contact handler, because but this is the local one. Okay, this is the local one, and this is calling it on submit. Okay, so this is a local one, and we are going to have it here. Okay, so like const add contact handler equal to contact, like this. We are going to soon have it. Okay, yeah, console.log also contact we can do. Okay, so this contact is there. We are not going to hard code it anymore, so let me remove it, and we are going to use the concept of state in a functional component through hooks, which are very important. Okay, through hooks we are going to use contacts comma set contacts equal to use state of empty array. I am having an empty array I am having, and then set contacts, it will be set contacts will be dot contacts, whatever the earlier array is there, because I don't want to lose it. Whatever the earlier thing is there, I want to have it also. Suppose in the previous case only, we have two things. So first thing, when I enter, it will be expanded with this spread operator. Then whatever the new thing I'm adding it, so it will be added here, which will be an object. So it's an array, again an array of object. Okay, so what else is required here? Save it. So go here, use state is not defined. Yeah, we have to use the use state. No, we don't want to use it like this. Import use state from React, save it. That should be gone. Bindu at gmail.com, add it, and it is added. But we are getting an thing also, it should have a unique thing. We are going to fix it soon. Okay, so now bindu at gmail.com, it is working fine, and it is added here also. And what I was doing, shikha at gmail.com. So technically our project is over here, but one thing is there which I want to do is that, see, now if I refresh it, it will all be gone, because state is not permanent. Unless you save something in a database, it is not permanent. But we can make it a semi-permanent. How? We can use it in the local storage. There's something in the browser local storage, we can store it there, and it is permanent for a long time. Local, not like database. If you do a hard reload and all those things, it will be gone, or you can delete it from manually also. So what we are going to do, we are going to use the local storage for this, because we have not yet learned everything. Okay, and that unique id thing is also was coming, unique id error. So we do one more thing. Okay, so I will do a control j, and I'll do because my thing is already running, so I don't want to close npm start npm I. So to generate random numbers randomly, we have something known as uuid v4. We have to do it, and uid before I have done. Okay, uid before have been imported. So I will go here, and one more thing is that I want something, another hook known as use effect. So it is like the life cycle methods in the class based component. And again, as I am telling you, this all things I will teach later on in detail also from next week, or you can go through my old videos. Okay, so after that I will have a variable const local storage key equal to contacts, local storage key equal to contacts. Okay, and then this contacts is there. Now I'm not storing the contacts directly. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because with this I'm not getting the ids and all. Okay, so because I'm only passing the name and the email, not sending the ids. So id I will generate it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I will going to create a object here, in which id I could have generated randomly also, but I don't want to take it randomly. It can be same also. So id it will be uuid, like this. uid I will do like this, comma dot contact. I'll do dot contact. I'll do, save it. Now user define. Okay, I will use some more than it. So it is getting thing. It is deprecated. Use v4 from the uid v4. uid is deprecated, but use v4. If I use v4, it will not give error. v4, I don't know. CV4 is not defined. I don't want to waste time is how this API got changed. You could do this thing. So it might be using it in some different way. Okay, so that is okay. And this thing we are going to use soon, so it is working fine. Okay, so now that other key thing which we are not getting anywhere now. And now what we are going to do, we are going to use the use effect hook. So we already have local storage, so use effect how we are going to use. So first thing is the use effect. We are going to use the set item. So local storage, what happens, you have a set item and you have a get item. So get item, you get the data from local storage. Set item, you set the data. So I will take a use effect. I'll do, okay, it given a lot of things. I don't need the cleanup right now. Okay, the whole structure it have given me. Okay, so here I am going to do yeah, contacts. So when the contacts, so it means it will run the starting time and start time. And if the contacts is updated, contacts is updated contact sorry is updated, it means that if either the first time it will run, and when the contacts is updated, it means that. So local storage dot set item local storage key json.stringify contacts. Set item is local storage key, and json.stringify we have to do the, this is how we have set item. So we have to have a key also, so that's why we took this constant key. So this is how we'll store, and we have to retrieve it also. So we will run another use effect. Okay, use effect, we are going to use it again, and this time we are going to use the use effect as a component did not, or it will run only the first time when the uh, when this app will generate, it is something like the constructor which we have in class. It only runs once. Okay, so const retrieve retrieved. Okay, retrieved contact is okay. Local storage dot get item, local storage, it is okay, but we have to parse it also. It is not like that. It is JSON dot parse also we have to do. Okay, JSON dot parse also we have to do. And I'll come here and come there and do it. And so we'll also check it once if that is do it in the same thing, and say set contacts is retrieved contacts. We can do if a statement like this also. If it is got only one statement, we can do it in the same line also. Set contacts is like this, retrieved contacts. So we're doing the set contacts. So this will run only for the first time, and now it will set contact whatever it is getting from the local storage. Let me save it now. And now, okay, so go back and see if any error is there. No, any error is not there. Let me do nabindu at gmail.com, shikha at gmail.com, and see it is there. Let me refresh it, and it is still there. That's the power of local storage. So how it is coming here, and even a temporary thing we have made it. State is temporary. Okay, so where we have to do, where we have to see. So I go to where is my memory elements. There is something known as a storage also. Where is the storage? Okay, in different browsers it is at different places. Okay, so in this application I will go, and this local storage I'll go, and local storage is showing for this. Okay, now see contacts. You can see contacts is what ID is there, UID is required, name, and all these things are, it's an array of objects just like we have earlier. So this is how powerful this thing is, local storage. So now we have one more thing which is remaining, which is this click button. So when you click it, it should be removed. So how to do that? How it should be removed? So for that, where is this ID? So ID is first in this contact card, in which actually we are getting the ID also. I'm not doing it here, so I will do the ID also, destructure the ID also. Now what I'm going to have here, first thing I'm having a lot of statements. Okay, style is there now, and then on click, this dot, no, it is not this dot, props dot click handler. So prop dot click handler is there, and I will pass the ID. So means whenever click this icon, this shows the icon, I'll pass the ID through a props. Actually now what we are going to do, we are going to pass props from two things, means contact card to contact list to app. We are going to pass like this. Okay, click handler I have done ID, and then this ID props.click handler ID, and ID I'm getting. So this is the data flowing in the opposite direction. This is also known as method callbacks. This is a React ways to pass data from your child to a parent, which is generally not that much easy, and always we have functions for that, as we've seen it earlier also. From add contacts we were passing it props dot to app. So this is something like this. Okay, so click handler ID I'm passing, then I'll go to the contact. See this contact ID is not directly linked to the app. From app, what is happening, it is a contact list, and then the contact IDs come. So contact, what I am passing, I have to pass it to the contact list. Okay, contact list is there, and contact list key is okay. Key is okay. I am passing the key already. Then click handler equal to delete contact, delete contact, something like this. Okay, delete contact, const click delete contact equal to id. And now here I will do a props dot I'm not liking this name, props dot delete contact. Okay, so again that will be something like props. So as I was telling, from 1 to second to last, from maybe from a grandchild to a child to a parent, this is three-way drilling we are doing, and it's a good way to learn. Okay, props get contact id, and it is id, get contact id, and address id. And then we have to go back to the app.js and remove it here. So this get contact id is something which we are going to have as a props. Okay, the app I'm getting here, and contact list. So contact list I'm getting the get contact id equal to, I can give a different name also. So I will give a different name, and I remove contact, I will give remove contact, I will give. So a lot of different names I have taken. So remove contact I will give, and come here, let me make it here itself. Why to go so big? Const remove contact equal to id, and then const new contact list. So I'm removing, so the contact list will be new, and here it will be contacts dot filter. So I'm using the filter, and I'm getting the contact here. Then and what I'm doing, contact dot id not equal to the id which is get is passed, not equal to id which is been passed, so I will filter that id, whatever is been passed from there, I will filter it. It should not be equal, so that would be filter. And then what I am going to do, set contracts equal to new contact list. Okay, whatever the new contact list is there, saved it. Come here, refresh, delete, working fine, delete, working fine, and it is gone from there also. Okay, hit there at gmail.com, add it. So it is getting added, so it is working perfectly. So today again we are going to do something good, because I found that React router is a bit of tougher topic for everyone. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to learn React router version 5. And yeah, React router changes a lot, and recently React router version 6 have come, and that also we are going to do. But still version 5 is been used in most of the project, and version 6 is totally opposite of, totally there are totally new features in according to version 5, and all the old projects will still use version 5. Okay, if you directly install React router, it will do a version 6 right now, but we have to learn version 5 also, because old projects will be there, and sometimes people don't, in production project what happens, they don't go for a newer version at that moment. So version 6 people will take some time to get into it. Still you can do the version 5, so we will start with the version 5 now. Okay, so and version 6 also I think I will do sometime soon. Okay, and let me share my screen. and we are going to do it on the top of the project which we created in my earlier YouTube video sometime back, learning React.js fundamentals. So this is what we have created. This was a normal project, and this YouTube video, you can check this YouTube video on my channel. And in this, what we have done, everything is in one page. So see, this add contact is there, and the list of contact is also there, and we are using local storage and all in this. So this is a good project to start your React journey. So but what the problem with this is that everything is in one page. So this is not how projects look, and we will implement learn React Router version 6, and in fact the React Router, because version 5 and not version 6, version 5 was for a longer time. So version 5 we will learn, and then we'll do. Okay, yeah, React Router is yes. With v6 it got changed, and v6 version 6 we are going to see soon. Means I have created a blog for that also, and I will soon do that version 6 also, but today it is our version 5. And on the old projects we are going to do the version 5. So this is the old project, the code and all you can get from the earlier thing. And the old project was think learn React. Sometime back only I did that on my YouTube channel, learn React with a simple project. So this is the code for that, and the link will be there in the description also of the old projects or the old stream. Okay, so this is what we have, and we'll start with app.js. But first we have to install the React router, which is right now not there. See, package.json doesn't have any React router. Okay, so I will do a control J, because my project is already running here with npm start. And so I'll open a terminal here. Whenever I run my project at some place, I generally open a terminal here. I don't like this PowerShell, so let me go to git bash, and then I'll do npmi. So this is very important. npmi react router dom. We always have to do this dom, React Router DOM. But if I do like this, it will install the version 6. I don't want the version 6, I want the version 5. So at the rate 5 I have to give, and it will install the most stable version 5. I want version 5. So this at the rate 5 is very important. If you want to follow along in this tutorial, the version 5 is very much important, and the version 5, because version 6 will take, it will break. A lot of breaking changes are there from version 5. A lot of things are changed, a lot of things are added, but yeah, there are a lot of changes. So see, version 5 got added. React Router is saying version 5.3 got added. Okay, so I will come back here to my app.js, and it has got all these things. So this logic we don't want right now, so I will sort of minimize them, because we don't want this logic. We're looking into the routing logic. Okay, so for that, first thing which we need to do is have a router. So for router, let's import some of the things, and import browser. So there is something known as browser router, and most people take it as a route. Browser router as router, as router means, see, it's actually browser router, but we are taking it as a router. Okay, this I will take, and then route I need, and I need the switch is very much important. From React Router DOM I will take all these three. Now I will come here, and first thing, router, I have to wrap everything with a router. Okay, so everything with a router I have to wrap, and my header will be there, and header will be outside the we have to create a switch and route. It will be outside, because header we want to show all the time, and rest of the things like contact list and add list we don't want to show all the time. And one more thing, let me comment this out, because we are going to show it in a different way. So I've commented this out, and then we have a switch. Okay, we always have a switch inside the switch, or else there are a lot of things which will not work as it should work. Okay, so we will have a switch first, and we will have this switch, and also and inside this we'll have the route. So routes are the most important thing. Inside this we are going to have a route, and the route is so we give the home route with like this. Home route is like this, and I want to have exact, so it is very important, because or else it will match all the other routes also, because home route is only backslash, and then we have to do a component. So we have to do a component, and here I have to add a contact list. I have to add a contact list. So contact list is the component. So earlier we used to have a component like this, but now we have to have a component like this. Contact list we'll have, and there will be another route. So we are mainly changing our app into two part. The contact list will be different, and the add contact will be different. So the route add, and it will be add slash add, but we don't need the exact only we need in the home only. So this is add contact. Okay, add contact is fine, contact list is fine. Okay, so exact is only required in this. So why exact is required in this slash? Because if we don't give the exact, this add also have this backslash. So that's why always in the home route we need this exact keyword, and one of the reason for switch is that also. So this exact keyword is contained within the switch only. Okay, so this is like this route, and now we have to fix some of the thing. If I come here, I'm not seeing anything, because earlier we were having this this map. So this map thing it is showing, because it was getting data from our app. From app it was getting the data. Actually we were passing it as a prop like this. We are passing it as a prop, but right now we are not passing it as a prop. So what to do? So for temporary time we are going to do one thing. So we'll create a, at least we want to see something. So we will create a temporary contacts equal to array of object we are going to create, and id equal to 1, name is John, email is Mary at gmail.com. Okay, so these two we have done. Okay, so name and email, and the id is 2. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to have this okay, one more thing I'm going to have, okay, which I think I forgot next previous time. It is div of, I will have another div actually, not like this. I don't know, nowadays div it doesn't work a lot. Class name of main I will take. Okay, actually I have given this style for this also, and h2 of contact list I will take, and h2 will end here, and set list, but I don't have any props or something, so I'm taking from here only. So soon we are going to have this back, so but right now I am taking from here only, contacts and all. Okay, because we have not learned how to pass props in a route. Okay, so this is done, and if I go here, see, contact list has been shown here, and John and Mary are been shown. And let me go to the add, and add. So we have successfully divided both of this contact manager as this thing. We have divided both of them, contact list and that. Okay, and header is shown all the time. Okay, So now, but we have to manually go to the ad. We don't want to do that. Manually go to the ad, we don't want to do. So in contact list, what we have to do, we have to import something known as link. So link is like a anchor tag and all. So we have to import that and import link from React router DOM. So link from React router DOM we have to import. Okay, so after that we'll go here and below this contact list, and here I will add my link to but 2 is what our route. It will contain the route, which is the ad slash ad route. It will contain, okay, slash ad route it is containing. But let me remove this and let me have a button. Okay, button of again we are taking that semantic which we have taken. So class name UI button, primary, no, I don't want primary, I want a violet one. Add contact, save it. So see, this violet add contact has been done. Okay, so let me click on it now, and I have been taken here. Okay, I have been taken here. So now the thing is that we are going to send the props. So we learn how to send the props through route, and this is some advanced stuff you should know. Is at most of the places you will see like this only. Okay, some exact component you are going to do. Okay, nothing else you are going to do. But now what we are going to learn, how to pass some props here. We have to, because we have to pass actually this props, this contact list is getting contacts and get contact id props also, and this get contact id, I think, yeah. So this all means it is a callback kind of thing, method as props, which I have I think told yesterday on my React beginners to advanced. And if you don't know, I'm running a React beginners to advanced 5-day intensive workshop, which is a certification based program also. You can check that out. Okay, so this is their get contact id, and so this all is there. And now we have to pass the props here. So how to pass some props? Okay, so contact list also we have to pass 2 props, and add contacts we have to pass 1 prop. So that's why I kept this thing. Okay, so how to pass that? So here in the contact list, let me remove this thing first, and we have to do a like this, a function call, and then what I have to do, this contact list whole thing, let me cut it. And if you want to see the logic further, you can see my earlier videos. Okay, so this whole thing I will pass. Okay, and similar to this, I'll remove this like this. So this is a method which you won't find in a lot of tutorials. This is a very advanced kind of a stuff, passing props. And I will pass it like this. Let me remove this thing, save it, and add. Now let me go back, remove this hard-coded thing, and put the props back, props dot contact, save it, go back, and see, here we have add, and see, it is also showing. So let me add contact here. So I have added it, but when I'm adding it, I have to go back like this. So this is not a good way to go back. Okay, this is not a good way to go back, because what I want, when I add that, it should automatically come to the contact list. So this is how most web app works. So what we need to do, we have to go programmatically. And how to go programmatically? And where are we? We are going to go to the add contact, and in the add contact we have to go programmatically. Okay, so there is something like wait, there is something like a history. Okay, so after this, when we click on the add, so this add and all these things are done, and this adds to the add contact handler, and this is something which is a callback thing, because this add where is this add contact handler is actually been set in the app.js. So all those things are there. Okay, so this you can see in my earlier video. Okay, so how to do this means this dot props dot history, we have access to this. Okay, history dot push and push to the home route. Okay, so just this thing we have to do here, but this will actually not work as it, because this is some additional props. This is some additional props are there which we are right now don't have. This history props, see, we are passing the props. Okay, here we are passing the props. Okay, add contact handler, but these are some additional props which comes by default. That's history props. And for that we have to do one change. We have to do this props here, and come here, and then dot dot props I have to do, and like this, save it. And then if I go back, add contact, add, and it has been coming here, and it has been shown. Okay, now we are going to implement the logic of clicking on a particular contact and getting the detail of that contact. Okay, so for that, and again, when we are doing this, we are going to learn another form of routing in which we pass the wildcard. So we'll know that kind of routing in which we pass the something known as wildcard, which we see the id and all which we are going to pass. Okay, so let's get started. And so first thing which I'm going to do is so this contact list is actually calling a contact card. So this contact card is there, and then here I'm going to have this content is there, and here link will be there, and the link here. Okay, so again the link you have to import. So let me import the link from React router DOM. Yeah, imported, right? And then I have to do a to equal to, okay, path name I have to do. Okay, path name, this thing I have to do, and then this. Okay, and one more thing, it's I have to do another. Okay, so path name I'll do, and then slash contact slash dollar id. So this id, see this id I'm passing, so everything will have a different id. So let me have this a bit like there, path name contact and slash id. I think I have done, and then let me save it. And all of the ids are a bit generated from uid, so it is not like 1 2 3 4, you'll see. So okay, so if I come back here and no error is there, so it is showing like this. And if I, because I have taken it over this name and email only, showing like this. If I click here, see one thing, this contact I'm getting some unique id. Okay, here also I'll get some unique id because all of them are unique. And as you know, all of them are also stored in the local storage that is done in the first part. Okay, so this is there. So we are getting the ids. Okay, ids we are getting. So now we will go to a contact detail page. So when we are going there, we have to show, we are going to show okay, someone is asking v6 router. So v6 I will have it soon on the channel. v6 is very important actually. A lot of changes are there in v6, so that we are definitely going to have, and I've already created the material for it, and I will have a video soon, okay, within the next week, maybe next Wednesday, or maybe on the coming Sunday also I can have. Okay, so this is there, and so we are, as I've told, we are opening. That means when I'm clicking, so this is getting open, so we have to create a contact details. Okay, so let's create a contact details which we don't have. Contact detail.js I'll have, and here normal functional component I'm going to have. And okay, so let us have a lot of things here, and first import link from react router DOM I'm going to have, and then props I'm going to get. So we are going to create it soon, means the route also we are going to create. Okay, so now after this props I am going to have some data, so let us have that. Okay, div class name equal to main. So these are all. Those who don't remember, let me show one thing. This is all semantic UI classes which we are having. So we have done this in the first part, semantic UI classes. So this is like this is like bootstrap only, but different class names are different. Okay, so this div is there, and then div, another div, and in this div class name equal to image. So I will have an image, just a random image, because we're not getting that image. So this is just to show that when you click on something, different page will be open. Okay, so where we are going to get the image. Okay, so image, I'm going to get a random image, like, so it will not come from the props and all, just a random image. Okay, image src equal to, so there is a very good means random image API, and you just have to ping it. Okay, random user.me. so this is their random user.me, and can I show it? Let me copy it, or else I might make it wrong. Random user.me, and right now I'm hard coding it 75.jpg. Okay, so, and so this is there, alt equal to user I'm taking. This I have to self close, and then like this, and then another thing is that div dot content I will have, and then inside this I will have a header, and this header will be, just now I'm hard coding, we'll soon have this. Okay, so just like my name, and then the another thing is we'll have description yeah, because these are all semantic UI classes. Okay, do at gmail.com I will have, and this is there like this, and then after this, okay, I'll have another div center div. Okay, it will break because it have to go inside, I think, the center div. And then here I will have a link to link will end here. And because in contact also I want to go back. Okay, so button UI button back. Okay, back so I want to go to the slash, so back to contact list. I will have a button like back to contact list UI button blue. Let us have it blue and let us have it in the center. So like this, these are all semantic UI thing. Okay, so this thing I will have, and let me have it a bit nicer. Okay, so like this I will have, and hopefully yeah, everything is right. So the CSS are right. So now how I am going to show it. So for showing it, okay, get showing it how. So this route we have to show this route because this is not coming from the contact card. So when I'm clicking on any card, it will go to this route. It is not like I'm calling that component, because every time the component will be called with a different ID. So that is very important. So I cannot call the component directly from this contact card. So because the data will be different. So see, the data is different. If I go back, the data is different. All the data different. So I want to show the details of the data. So this is how we add it. So here I am back in the routes, and then in here what I'm going to have in this switch and all this add contact and all I have, and then I will have a new route. So this is where wildcards are there. Route and path equal to slash contact and the wildcard of ID. So what, see this only I have this, so this ID, so this is a wildcard of ID. So this is keep on changing. So this kind of route you have to give. Okay, so and then component NENT component equal to contact detail. Okay, contact, so no props and something are there, we have to pass there. Contact detail I have to do. Okay, contact detail I have to do. I have to import this also because this is right now not imported. Let me do if service is coming. So yeah, contact detail is also imported, which we have created right now, or else it will fail. So if I go here and if I come here, hope everything is right. If I click here, yeah, so it has been shown. Okay, there and all is this has been shown. Okay, more thing. Okay, no problem. Okay, so it has been shown. See, it has been shown, but and back to contact list is also working, but anything I click, it is showing the static data only. But although it is working, because I'm not using the data and all, and I have put the hard-coded thing right now. So we have to fix that. The hard-coded things we need to fix, and how we are going to fix. So here I'm come, and we can use a lot of things here, a lot of ways we can use. But the way which I'm using is taking the ID and getting it from the local storage. See, you don't know, go to the part one, everything is stored in the local storage. We are storing it, and this is a very good project. The part one is very good actually. We are not storing anything in a getting anything from a database. But what happens in most React simple project, the data is gone, because if you refresh, the data will be gone. But here what we are doing, we are storing in the browser local storage the data, although it's not a real thing. But you can learn how to store in the local storage also from this. Okay, so that is there. So that we have to import some of the things. So let us import it first. We are not using the props and all, so I want to remove it, and then use effect comma use state we are going to do, and here use params I'm going to do. So use params is a very important useful thing. So what it does, so this, whenever clicking on something, so this thing I want to get from the browser path, I can get it from the use params. So that is a route, new route from React. As I've told, most of the things, most of the libraries, so the most important libraries which React are React Router DOM and the Redux library. So they have got a lot of hooks nowadays. So use params is also one of that hook. Okay, so now I'll do first what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a state const of user comma set user equal to use state. So it will be an object, empty object. Then const id is use params, because that is how, means we are destructuring it, because or else we have to do it, means id we are getting from the use params. And then we are going to have this, where are we? We have a local storage known as contact, means just a name. So this I'm going to have local storage. Then I will have this there might be some use effect to retrieve the contacts. Okay, retrieve the contacts. Now why to write it again? So this is how we retrieve the contacts with the get item. So let me take this. I don't believe in writing code again and again, same thing. Okay, so like this I will have retrieve contacts JSON local storage dot get item. So to get item you can retrieve the contact. So if retrieve contacts, okay, but we will have some things here, and here I will have the ID. So whenever the ID change, okay, so this I will have, but here I'm not I don't even have a set context. Okay, so this I will do, and we'll have some logic here. So let me do that, and this I'm going to have. So if retrieve contract is there, so then, and yeah, it is right. Okay, so const user, so I have to find some user. So this is the individual user. So I'm using the find method from your ES6 find method. Contact, anything you can give, contact dot id. So every contact, it will go, every contact will also have an id in the local storage. So that id equal to our id, equal to the id which we are getting, this id which we are getting. If it is there, then the set user to user. Okay, and if you want to see the local storage thing, okay, go back and inspect, and every browser have local storage at a different place. So memory application, yeah. So see the local storage thing. So we are storing this local storage also have an id like this. So this id we are getting from the local storage is an array of object. So that's why we are using the find method. We could have used the filter also, it doesn't matter. Okay, so then this is let me make it contact, because this is just a local variable. So this is confusing with this user is different. Okay, so like this, and then it will find through this, and it will take the id, and where the id we are getting the id from this. When I'm clicking here, we are getting the id from this. So see this b8 thing is, I think the first one is b8, which is Hriday. So I'll come here and like this register, and then yeah, it is done. And so this, now I have this set user done. So I have this user variable having something. So instead of hard coding it, I will have a like user dot name and user dot email. I will have like this user dot email I will have. And one more thing. Okay, think I missed something. One sec. I actually, this div and content, it should also contain in a center div actually. So that I missed, and it is not looking good. So let me do one thing. Center div is there, and this image and content should be on the top like this, should be inside this. Okay, now it will look much better actually. Okay, so save it, and let me go back now and see it has been shown like this, and there, and this thing has been shown, and whatever it is up to you. And back to contact list I'll go, and if I come to Shikha, it will also show like this. Bindu, it will also show like this, but every time it is showing the same image. I'm not liking it. Every time it is showing the sanctified.jpg. Anyways, that image is not related. If you want the exact image, you should have stored it. I have not stored it. Okay, so that is like that. I have not stored it, and it will be very easy if you store the image also. So because the add contact is there, we are storing the email and the name also. That might be a good assignment for all of you, email and that thing. So when we are going to take a image here and store the image link, so maybe store image in some cd, and it will better to store it in a cd, and then give that image here. So I'm going to do one thing which I think most of the girls will not like, because I'm going to choose a random image of man only, and see, there is a girl name, and but that I cannot help right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I don't want the every time the 75.jpg. I'll get a random number here. Okay, random number, I will get it here, and I will show that random number, and that we can easily create a random number. Okay, so random, but I know this API have only till 1 to 100 images of man and 1 to 100 images of woman only. Okay, so random number like this, and if you want for woman, and what you need to do, this you have to change it to woman. Okay, and this is not showing correctly, because what we have to do here, we have to have a template string here, so then only this dollar thing comes. Okay, so let me like this, it's a template string, so now it is coming right. Now this random number is nothing, but this is a function. I could have done it here also in a line, but it's better to do it. It's a bit, not that much, small function const random number, and you should always take a arrow function. It is much better, and you will not get any error. Okay, so why to take 2 lines? Actually, I just have 1 line, so why to take even a return? Mat dot flow, as I've told, I want random number from 1 to 100. Okay, so math dot random into 99. I have to do 99, only 99, and then plus 1 I have to do. Okay, only this much. Save it. So Hridaya, I'll go. See, a different is coming. Now Pendu, I'll go. A different is coming. Shikha, I'll go. Sorry for that. Again, a man image is coming, and so this is working fine. So everything is working fine, and this completes our small project for React Router 5, which we have implemented a lot of things in React Router, and we have learned a lot of things. So like that, we have learned to hit the normal path, and add exact we have learned, and we have also learned to pass props also here, and history we have learned how to use history params we have learned, and I have to use this wildcard we have to learn. So all these things we have learned, and with this I will end today's stream.